Hi there, this is Andrew Brody with Yokogawa's Network Solutions Group. Today I'm going to be talking about the DAQStation with a version 3 firmware, or sometimes called the DX Advanced 2000 with R3 firmware. And what we're looking at here is we're looking at a digital display with currently 1 temperature point configured and 9 points that are essentially not wired to anything and set to default voltage, and the only numbers we're seeing here are some floating voltages. Today we're going to be covering the operator interface, which essentially is pre-configured by whoever the administrator of this box is. And what we're going to see is pretty much what it looks like coming out of the box as soon as it's plugged up and essentially 1 point is configured. So if we take a look at the top, we can see that we're currently looking at group 1. That group 1 is something that can be changed to any name that you'd like. It's currently showing points 1 through 10. Our time and date are up in the corner there. We see a little green box next to it that shows that the unit is currently recording. If I hit the stop key on the front of the unit down here, this will stop the unit from recording. If we're going to do any advanced configuration on the unit, we need to stop it. So I'm going to stop it for now. Stop memory and math, so if I have any calculations going on, I can stop that. Or if I just want to stop sampling, I can stop the memory. So I'm going to do that, stop the memory and math. What we'll see is it's going to go off and it's going to post whatever data it was saving to the compact flash card, which is stored behind this keypad panel. Essentially, by pulling down on this, you'll open it up and you can have access to the compact flash card slot over here. Up at the top here, we see display data. We have 2 types of data files within the unit. One's a display data file, which you could think of as kind of a digital replacement for paper charts. And we have an event data file, which is something that's a little more flexible, so you can set that up for the exact time frame that you want data stored. You can set it to only record if a certain event happens, stuff like that. And then over here we have our compact flash card as far as how full it goes. As it fills up, you'll see this card kind of fill up towards the top and then kind of max out. And then over here we show our little alarm annunciator, which is corresponding to this temperature that's in high alarm. So you can see in the room I'm in right now, it's a little warm right now. So to get into the operator interface, here's the basic keypad section down here. I've taken the liberty of popping down the panel that's normally here. And over here is the display enter key. This is what we're going to use to navigate the menus. And then right here, this is a favorites key that can be set up to essentially go to your favorite screens every time it's pushed. And by pushing it multiple times, you can cycle through your favorite screens. So let's take a look at the operator interface. So I'm going to hit the display enter button in the middle here. And then by using the arrows up and down, I can essentially navigate around here. If I hit escape, that'll hit me back to the main menu. So if I use the arrows to go up and down and then hit the display enter key to do that, that'll get rid of the menu. I hit the display enter key again, that'll bring the menu back. Currently we're looking at a digital display of group 1. I could go and look at some other groups here if I wanted to, and then hit the display enter key. Or I could go over here and go up to trend and then show a trend for group 1. So here's currently the trend for group 1. We're not recording, so I'm going to go ahead and hit start recording. So I'm hitting the start button over in the corner here, right there, start. And now it's recording away, and we can see up at the top that it's busy recording. And over here we see a new icon showing that it's also doing some math calculations, kind of like maybe totalizations or if-then-else statements, or all types of interesting things that you can do within math should you choose to. And the math channels are kind of like virtual channels, if you're unfamiliar with that, that allow you to take inputs and run them through various calculations and other logic to come up with some value that can be recorded as well. So let's go back to the operator menu. So I'm going to hit display enter again. That's going to bring up the operator menu. And we can see here I can pick a different group. And then there's various options I can do on the screen here. Like I could get rid of the scale if I wanted to. I could put a finer grid on the screen. I could turn on some detail on the tags, get rid of the digital values on those particular points. All right, so let's use the arrow over key here, and let's go down to history here. So trend history, then I arrow over. I'm going to pick that for group 1. This is going to show me, and I don't have a lot of history right now, but if I use my arrow keys, I can kind of move the bar here to kind of show me the values for those specific points. Okay, if I hit the display enter key, what I can do now is I can, show it for different groups if I want, as well as some of those other options I can turn on and off, just like we did for the real-time trends. I could go down to data search here. Data search brings up a calendar, so I can essentially go ahead and use my arrow keys, pick a particular time on here. If I see a D or an E file, that corresponds to display or event data is present for that particular day. So on this one, the 23rd, I have some display data. So if I hit display enter while this box has got the red line around it, I can then, pick up a particular widget here that allows me to kind of set a time to search for. So I'm going to search for 2300. And it's going to go in there and take a look and see what it can find. And here's the data it found around 2300. So you can see it's been hot in my room here for a little while. Okay, if I hit the display enter key again, I can take a look at some of the other information like alarm summaries. Message summaries, if there's been any messages. Okay. Go back to trend history here. Top channel if I want. Okay. Auto span for channel 1. So that'll just kind of zoom in a bit or, do the span just a little better for that first channel at the top. Time axis, I can zoom in and out on it. Okay, so let's exit out of here. That'll take me back to my regular trend. Okay, so moving down here, if I want to see digital values, go ahead, see digital values. I want to see bar graphs, I can see bar graphs. I want to see custom displays. Well, I don't have any currently configured yet, but if I did, I can have up to 3 internal displays on the DX Advanced 2000, and I can have 25 external. So those 3 internal are stored on the internal compact flash. The 25 external that I have can be stored on an external compact flash that goes into the slot. Okay, overview. This shows me all the points are currently configured. Right now I only have 30 inputs on the back of this unit that are set to default. If I had math channels or external channels, those would be showing here. Annunciator, this takes me to my alarm annunciator screen. I can have about 80 annunciators panels showing up on the screen. In this case I have 4 showing up, but only 1 is currently configured, and that's linked to the high temperature alarm in my room. But this is a great alarm annunciator panel replacement option, because not only can this log all those points and condition them through math and stuff like that, but it can also be purchased with a VGA output. So if this 10-inch screen isn't enough for you, we can transmit to a big LCD TV if you want, or possibly a projector. Okay. Under information here, we have alarm summary. That shows me my alarms going on and off. I've also got other things like memory summary, report data. Okay. We go down here. I can also take a look at logs. So here's my error log. I got some other logs here like login. Okay. If I want to go into 4-panel mode, I can hit this. This will kind of allow me to now, if I hit my display enter key, I can move between these, and say I don't like this overview screen here, I can have it selected, hit display enter, and I could convert that to a digital. Okay, hit the display enter key again, pick one of the groups, hit display enter on it, go to the appropriate setting for it. So in this case it's digital. I can hit expand, and that'll take me back to my regular view. So that pretty much wraps up the operator interface as far as moving around the system and looking at its values. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.